So our first match card on the list is Cody Rhodes vs John Cena for the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania 41, which is main event night 2, in which Cena becomes the history-making, record-breaking 17-time world champion. And it's going to happen. This all started after John Cena, sold his soul to the final boss, The Rock, by turning heel and beating the shit out of the current undisputed champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who has had the worst championship reign in WWE history and is a boring ass champ and doesn't do anything. He barely wrestles, can't even cut promos, and Cena just makes him pay after he turns down the Rock's offer to become the Rock's champion. And Cena also busts him open in the process, as well as The Rock whipping him and Travis Scott busting his eardrum, which ended, as the best elimination chamber. Then, he makes his return to Brussels and gets massively booed, gets the "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" chants, "fuck you Cena, shut the fuck up," nah, hey, goodbye, all that stuff. And Cena addressed them and said, "You see, for 25 years I've been a victim of an abusive relationship. Each and every one of you has been awful to me. You made me the butt of an invisible joke and you thought it was funny. You don't support me, you only dress like me just to feel good. And each and every one of you is a toxic, dysfunctional relationship." And man, he went all out on the mic on the fans, to be honest. Like, especially this one kid who he called out, and the kid is all over the internet. Then he calls Cody Rhodes kid, and Cody Rhodes says that he wants to face the real John Cena at WrestleMania, not some whiny bitch, and walks away. And Cena just says nothing and he gets booed, and he ends up leaving the building. Then he returns again at Glasgow, in which he addresses the fans, calls out the kid who he put on blast last time. Then he says that he's going to ruin wrestling for every fan, for every wrestler, for everyone, that he's going to win the 17 championship and retire with it and take it home, and become the last real champion and make everyone forget Ric Flair and remember John Cena. Then Cody Rhodes says, "You have to take it from me first, that you're going to leave WrestleMania and WWE empty-handed," which is not going to happen. Then he returns, to London, and he exposes Cody Rhodes for who he actually is. His chauffeur, he has manipulated his way to the top of the company, and his ego outmatches his ability, and he called him out, saying that he drilled everything into him, and Cody stole the blueprint, and now he thinks he can run the kingdom. And Cody has been tricking everyone that he's mediocre and he's holding something meaningful, that Cody Rhodes is a sociopathic nepo baby, a 16-year-old who is learning how to act and still afraid of public speaking, and that even at Cody Rhodes' best, he can't wipe his ass, and that he has made empires for billionaires. All Cody Rhodes has done is steal money from their kids. Man, what a segment. Then we get on to the third confirmed match card. The second, which is Roman Reigns vs CM Punk vs Seth Rollins, in which it all started after Punk eliminates Roman and Seth at the Royal Rumble, and chaos erupted, in which Seth attacks Roman again and again and brawls with CM Punk, and man, Roman then gets, put in the shelf. Then he returns and lays waste to both, Seth and Punk on Raw. Then they meet on SmackDown, in which they meet in the same building and they each brawl, and officials come to separate them, and it ends the chaos. Then we get on to the contract signing, where Punk learns that he's main eventing night one of WrestleMania, which is not actually a main event, and he thanks Roman Reigns and says he doesn't deserve it, and he says his favor has not been granted. Then Gunther versus Jey Uso is the third confirmed match card, where the World Heavyweight Champion and the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner are going to go one-on-one at WrestleMania. Honestly, this match ain't main eventing, obviously. Well, it has been lackluster. Like this feud so far, they've had promo segments, they've had brawls here and there, time and time again. Like, it's the same thing. It's just been the same thing every single time. Gunther gets one up on Jay, Jay gets one up on Gunther. Then Jay, chooses Gunther, even after Gunther said, if you choose me, I'm going to make your life a living hell, which, he has been doing, but nothing has happened until Jimmy then gets added, in which Gunther lays waste to Jimmy, busts him open, beats the crap out of him, and, taunts Jay, saying that Jay is not on his level. Jay will never get the World Heavyweight Championship. And now I am invested, I'm looking to see how this will all end at WrestleMania. Then we have the third match card on the list, which is Bianca Belair versus Io Sky, or should I say Bianca Belair versus Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. This all started after Bianca won the Elimination Chamber and Io challenged Rhea for the Women's World Championship, and Bianca was there to watch, and Rhea lost the Women's World Championship to Io Sky, and now she blames Bianca for it, calling her out, saying that she had been hiding behind Naomi and Jade. Then Bianca, called her saying that you're blaming me because you can't beat Io, and the three women, they get on each other's faces, and Io, who got disrespected, puts both of them in their place by slapping the shit out of both of them. Io, she's been getting love from the crowd, in Europe, while Bianca has been getting booed, and Rhea has been getting cheered, and during the contract signing, Rhea bought in, and just lays waste to both women and signs the contract, which people were cheering on. Then, Bianca says Rhea doesn't deserve a spot at WrestleMania, and Adam Pearce gives Rhea a rematch because she says she doesn't care about WrestleMania, she just wants her title back. I mean, if you get your title back, you're going to face Bianca, obviously, and during the rematch, chaos erupts, the three women brawl, and Rhea lays waste to both of them and stands tall holding the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And it's going to be a triple threat, obviously. Then we have the fourth match card on the list, which is Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. The 2025 Royal Rumble winner versus the Women's Champion. It was, Charlotte, said that Tiffany should go on her hands and knees and beg her, because Tiffany, said Charlotte Flair should pick her, that she had been compared to Charlotte Flair all this time, and Charlotte Flair, looks down on Tiffany. Honestly, Tiffany has been looking bad for her. Like, Charlotte Flair has destroyed her on the mic time and time again. Charlotte Flair then chooses her, and then starts to attack her. Then, they both brawl, time and time again, and officials come in to separate them. Honestly, this was still, but it got better after Charlotte Flair destroyed Tiffany, saying that she's not the hottest woman in WWE or SmackDown or the women's division, that she'll be lucky to have a job when she's Charlotte Flair's age. And Tiffany was cooked. Then we get on to the fifth confirmed match card on the list, or should I say the sixth confirmed match card on the list. I'm making mistake with numbers, in which AJ Styles is going one-on-one against Logan Paul at WrestleMania. Honestly, sure, AJ Styles has dropped Logan Paul, after he came to save Andrew Schultz from Logan Paul. And, they had a promo segment here and there in which AJ said he doesn't like Logan, and Logan called everyone broke and poor. And Logan destroyed AJ with the pulverizer, And this match is going to be a very good match at WrestleMania. Then we have the seventh and the last confirmed match card so far, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Honestly, this match should have a stipulation. You know, these two who were once friends, you know, are now enemies. You know, after Randy sides with Cody, when KO was feuding with Cody, and you know, KO then almost ends Randy's career by putting him on the shelf by delivering a pile driver. You know, then Randy, you know, returns and KO, you know, makes him pay by, you know, destroying him with steel chair here and there. Then, you know, KO says they should go for the World Tag Team Championship, or should I say Tag Team Championships, and Randy doesn't like the idea and just calls him a bitch and says that he's going to punt KO's head off his shoulders at WrestleMania. So let's see how it all turns out.